Hey guys, I've beaten Banner Saga the other day, and I honestly cannot understand how this game is getting so much praise. But first, let's get the fact that it looks gorgeous out of the way. It is beautiful, I love the art style. It's not only great to look at, but thematically outlines the world of Banner Saga just perfectly. I've even spent time trying to find Banner Saga desktop wallpapers after beating the game, and failed at that. Which is unfortunate, I really wanted, even though I don't like the game all that much. So, with that out of the way, when I played Banner Saga, I had a strong feeling that I've seen that game somewhere until I finally realized that it is essentially Oregon Trail, or Oregon Trail interrupted by turn-based combat with some RPG elements. And it would be fine if the turn-based combat wasn't such shit. That really becomes obvious during the final boss fight about 12 hours into the game, and funnily enough, defeating the boss in combat is the only way to beat that story-centric game, as far as I know, which is dumb in the first place. Okay, the only thing I find interesting about the combat system is that your HP and attack power are basically the same stat called strength. The more strength you have, the harder you hit, 0 strength results in an injury. Not death, injury, so there is no consequences of losing anyone in combat. They just get better in a couple of days, so no complexity there either, which I think is for the better considering how shallow the whole system really is. On normal difficulty, I've won every fight just by running at enemies and hitting them as hard as possible, first with abilities and then with normal strikes when I ran out of mana, called willpower in this case. And it is the only tactic essentially. You can't even execute the simplest defend, let enemy get closer and counterattack, because there is no defend button. Oh, wait, like one guy has it, because it's his special ability. Why the fuck do others carry shields? I have no idea. So a little shield icon would pop up when they stand close to someone, which I think is good. But I don't know really, because it is never explained what it actually does. Talking about special abilities, there is a shit ton of classes in this game, like every other character is a separate class with a unique special ability. But in reality they're all the same, since they're all melee fighters with slightly different flavors. There are 3 archers in this game that are useless, since they do way less damage than melee fighters, which is dumb since arrows are piercing through armor way more effectively than any axe. Trust me, an arrow shot from a medium strength bow goes through any wooden shield or chainmail like through butter, unlike say, an axe. But the dumbest thing is, the shooting range is so short you can't even kite enemies, so if you try shooting someone you most likely gotta stand so close that you will eventually get hit. It is a bow! How bad you gotta be with a bow if you can't shoot across a fucking barn or a warehouse? Besides melee and 3 archers, we get only 1 mage. 1 mage that gets only 1 offensive spell, 1 heal that doesn't restore your HP, so yeah, thanks for that. And with only 1 mage, there is no other support, no other mages, no other AoE, nothing at all. You don't even get your flipping only mage till like 8 hours into the game, so most of the game your tactics are to run and whack people with stick or to run and whack people with a slightly different stick. You can't even choose your type of stick that your characters have, because skills progress totally linear and allow no customization whatsoever. And you know what? I would be perfectly fine with all of that if whacking people with stick would be in any way like real Vikings did it, that you really would expect from a Viking-themed fantasy land. Something like shield walls, formations, shield bearers in front, spearmen and broadaxemen in the back, defending fighters near you, and so on and so on. But nope, run at the faux samurai style and let the best stats win. There is even little maneuvering involved considering how small the battlefields are, and how stupid your enemies are, that do precisely what you gotta do, run and try to hit you with stick. And even if we take melee fights, there is little variety there. No such thing as rogues, for instance, that rely on dodges and critical hits, cause these stats can only be acquired by wearing items, which means you've got nothing but slightly different types of a generic warrior. Another nail into the coffin of the combat system is the total lack of any initiative system whatsoever. That is mind-boggling considering that you had to roll for initiative in like every RPG ever made. But no, it is just a simple sequence of your turn, enemy turn, then your turn again, and so on. Yeah, you can choose what will be the order of your guys' turns, but it doesn't really cut it. Of course, it is easier to replace a complete thought-out turn system with this, but it does make your combat system even more shallow than it already is, doesn't it? And now the story. There will be spoilers, so beware! The story is okay. But there were 2 times it outright pissed me off. Fuck, so... basically the whole game you're running from things called dredge or something, that are giant constructs created by dead gods in a clumsy attempt to unite 2 other races, humans and Varrrr, against a greater threat. So you get through your journey happily killing that golem animated armor things, but then a twist. Dredge are running from some kind of darkness devouring the world, that is saved for a sequel I might add, and you're killing dredge women and children, you monster! And you even find the fucking dredge baby on its mother's corpse. That is a lousy attempt to raise the stakes, provoke emotion and cause character development. And what the hell dredge really are? Do dredge women have conveyor belts in their vaginas that produce baby golems that grow up into bigger golems because magic? You can't create an army of darkness and then make us feel sorry for that. It is like feeling sorry for the orcs in The Lord of the Rings or that fucking baby monster thing in Alien Resurrection. The second thing is the final boss. You see, to kill the final boss you need to shoot it with a magical arrow to make it killable. I trusted Rook's daughter to make the shot because she's better with a bow. When she makes the shot though, the boss immediately runs towards her, grabs her and smashes her spine. So I thought, what if I get the boss surrounded so he couldn't possibly get to her and kill her? Couldn't do it on normal, I switched to easy and did it. And you know what? It doesn't fucking matter, because she still dies even though it makes no sense and it was impossible for the boss to grab her in the first place. Why? Because the writers thought that a sad ending will make the game more artsy. Since it is a trend right now that I admit I kinda like, but not when it doesn't work in the reality you have created yourselves. You made a game with different outcomes and you don't even give a chance to get a happy ending? Fuck you. I admit, I may have missed something, but I haven't found proof of it yet, so thanks for a rather dumb anticlimactic ending, I guess. With all that said, I find the game mostly functional and worth it on sale, maybe 50-75% off, but it holds nothing really exceptional except the art style that I love and still hope there will be official wallpapers or even an art book that I would happily buy. And of course, whether you like the game or not, Stoic games should be supported in that bullshit copyright war against King, who are being total dickholes by trying to copyright the word saga that exists for over 1,000 years, basically forcing Banner Saga's name to be changed. Fuck, I've got no words honestly, only swears. The whole situation just should not be. So that's that. Thanks for watching guys, the name is GrrrVahrrr, and I shall see you from within my next video.